And they will line up now for the two-point try.
Watch left. Stop right there. 3 down.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll look to throw. He's got time. And this will be caught. So the try for 2, good. And it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. That one good for 12 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a 1st down here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's got some space here. He's at the 50. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. He told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the 1st quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did,
yeah.
right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They think about it. They envision it. They think it's going to happen and almost will themselves into it. I just look at what he's done so far and just wonder what's left to come. Let's sit back and enjoy this one.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. At the end of one, the Cowboys out in front early. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Bailey now to kick this one away. Mostert now to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now a second down throw for Fitzpatrick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee.
Now, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And he's closing in on that often elusive 200-yard mark.
And you know he's celebrating what's going on. He may not know exactly where he is in yardage, but he has a pretty decent idea.
Come on, he knows. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Following the interception, here's Prescott. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Give him 9. In there on the first down completion. And the head coach reaches for the red flag.
After reviewing the play, the line on the field is reversed.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns. The play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
And he's got his big tight end. It's Escobar. Touchdown, Dallas. Gavin Escobar, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. Touchdown, Cowboys. Des Bryant, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there, a punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Extra point try by Bailey. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Get them some...
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. A 2nd spin.
Turning and turning and turning.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.